What's up, good people? David Taub here from NextLevelGuitar.com. How you doing? Hope everyone's well, rocking on, kicking butt, and taking names. And we are here today at a private collector's house and going through some more gear, effect, and amp demos. And I hope you're enjoying these little vignettes. I know we're having a great time. What I want to talk about today is this. What this is a 1994 Gibson Nighthawk. 94 or 95, actually. It's a very cool guitar, and this is the anniversary model. So it has this really kind of cool, kind of brown flame top, which is really neat. Gold bridge and 3 pickups. It has like this mini humbucker like you'd see on a Firebird. It has a single coil, which is kind of set in there, and a slanted humbucker. Gold bridge, like I was saying, volume and tone, but the tone has this pull boost knob on the tone. And this guitar is all stock, all original, 5-way switch, and you can get lots of different combinations of tones just by working this. Very cool guitar. It's heavy, but it's thin. It's not like a Les Paul, which would be maybe, you know, this thick or so, solid mahogany. This is thinner, so it's lighter, a little smaller body, and as you go up the neck, there's this nice binding on the neck, and it has the double parallelogram fret markers, which are kind of cool. It has the dots on the top on the binding. Okay, but I don't know, I like kind of things that are different, so anything that has different fret markers or something different is always cool. And then we get to the headstock. You have the nothing on the truss rod cover, the Gibson little mother of pearl bling right there for you. And on the back, you can see the Made in USA, if you can catch that. And then you have your gold tuners, and then Gibson 100-year anniversary, 1894 to 1994, 100 years. So this is definitely a anniversary model, hence the more rare finish. This guitar was probably replaced by the Blues Hawk in the line, and they don't make these anymore, but you can get them, although they are somewhat hard to find. But you can get them on Craigslist and eBay, and but a lot of them only have 2 pickups. This is the 3 pickup model, and they're 3 different pickups, so it's very interesting, very interesting. So I'm going to take you through some of the sounds of this guitar, which are quite cool, and I'm playing through a mid-60s Gibson. We're keeping it all in the Gibson line today. Mid-60s Gibson Falcon tube amp. Very cool. Has reverb and tremolo, and it's a pretty cool sounding tube amp that you can still find at a pretty budget-friendly price, which you might want to check out if you want like a tube amp that has a really kind of cool clean sound with some reverb. You got your Falcon amplifier by Gibson. Let me take you through some of the sounds of the amp. I'm just going to play a couple chords and switch the pickup selector switch. Maybe I'll just play like a G minor 7. Maybe a C minor 7. Got the switch all the way up. Very cool, kind of. Go to the next position. A little bassier. Here's a little brighter setting. Let's go again, 4th position. And then all the way back. A lot of tonal capabilities on this guitar with the 3 different pickups. And then you have your boost on the treble pot, on the tone pot. I have it out now. Now listen. It's kind of a cool thing you could use, like if you don't have something, if you're playing lead guitar, you could leave it out, and then when you want to kick into your leads, punch it in and it gives you that boost. Or you could just use it as a way of just varying the tone. Like if I pop it out, then play with the pickup selector. Again, more tonal capabilities. having that, which is kind of nice. Again, I urge all you guitar players and whatnot to really experiment with all your different pickup combinations and your volume and tone knob and roll it off. And you could do so much as far as creating different sounds just by messing with this. Notice I didn't touch the amp, right? So just by here, you can get all these wonderful and beautiful tones and variants in tones, which is very nice. One of the things that they say people seem to really like, you know, when you're a guitar player, a lot of times you're divided into the Fender camp or the Gibson camp. I love them both. I have a lot of Strats and I have some Les Pauls too, and I love the different sounds. A lot of people say, well, the Fenders are more versatile because it has a lot of times the 5-way selector switch, and you can get a lot of different, the 3 pickups, whereas a Les Paul, you might only have 2 pickups, like on a standard or on a Les Paul studio or custom. But I've found that even with the Les Paul, if you play with the combinations, roll off the tone knob, you can get a lot of sounds out of that. So don't nix the Gibson line saying it's not as versatile, because really you can get a lot of stuff, a lot of different sounds out of it. And this one especially, because this one has 3 pickups, so you could even get more. Something else about this guitar that you might have noticed by looking at it is, for a Gibson, the neck looks a little bit longer, and that's because it has pretty much a little longer scale than a Les Paul custom or a standard, which is a little shorter scale, meaning the distance between the frets are a little less. So like on the Les Pauls, standards and customs be a little bit less, on a Strat is a little more for the most part. And this one has the longer scale. Let me take you through clean first, then we'll add some gain to all the different pickup combinations. Let's start all the way up, and I'll just play a few licks. A lot of nice natural sustain with this guitar. The sustain, Nigel! And then I'm going to go through some of the next, a little spunkier. Keep switching. A little brighter. And now all the way back. Now I'm going to add some gain, just so you could hear what this guitar sounds like when you have some gain added. There's no gain in this amp, so we're going to have to put a pedal in front of it, and I'm going to just run the guitar right into the input on this Boss DS1 distortion pedal, right out, right into the amp. And this is a Keeley modified pedal. Okay, so this pedal has been modified, but it has that basic Boss DS1 kind of sound to it. So let's see what that sounds like through all the pickups. Let's just roll through some of these pickups. Sustain! So thanks for watching. We appreciate it and hope you enjoyed this little vignette on the Gibson Nighthawk. Be sure to go to our website at nextlevelguitar.com. This is David Taub signing off. And if you like our YouTube videos, be sure and hit that yellow subscribe button or whatever color button it is by the time you watch this, as YouTube usually changes that.